WIKISPEED, Lynnwood, Washington, July 11th, 2014. I'm here with Pamela, and we've just been measuring engine module V4. Can you walk us through?
Okay, so we started measuring from the bottom of this bar here to the ground. So from here to the ground with a tape measure.
So the height of the engine mount.
Yes, the engine mount. And then we did this on
right there, so I didn't get her hand. Here, let me get your finger where we measured.
We measured, well, we had to bring out a level all the way up because this is a slight angle.
Right.
So we
it's actually
brought out
drooping.
a level, and from that level, the bottom of the level to the ground, we measured with a tape measure as well.
And the level rested right here on the top of this mount, and then we extended it and then measured to the ground so we could get vertical clearance. And what were those measurements?
So we have 19.5
on the engine side.
Yes, these should be in inches, and 16 1/8 to 15 3/8 inches. There's a slight uncertainty because of the fact that it's tilted. And originally we had measured from the top of the red block here, between the red block and the bottom of the metal to the ground. And then for the second measurement, we brought out the ruler, so there's a slight difference.
And the second measurement is probably the more accurate. It's probably closer.
Because it's right at the bottom.
Well, it doesn't have any of that droop accounted for. The first one is pre-droop. The second one is the actual part.
Yes. And then the next measurement we did was from the center of the bolt on this side all the way to the inside edge of the bar, and that measurement was 14 1/4 inches.
Awesome.
And then we did the same thing on this side, where we took the inside edge of the bar to the center of the bolt, and the more accurate measurement was in millimeters, which was 456 millimeters.
Awesome.
But an approximation was about 18 15/16 of an inch.
Okay, just shy of 19 inches, but the metric is probably more accurate.
And then the last measurement, we had to use 2 levels that where the edge was at the center of the bolt. 2 levels where we measured their distance this way, and that turned out to be 30 inches with an uncertainty factor of about 1/8 of an inch.
So our width from the center of the engine module bolts to the center of the transmission, the engine mount bolts to the center of the transmission mount bolts was plus or minus 1/8, 30 inches, and it took 2 people to do that because we balanced levels to see if they were about vertically straight and then measured the distance between the two. That might be even easier with 3 people, 1 per level and 1 to measure, but that's how we did it. And with that, we have an X, Y, and Z measurement of the transmission side mount of the Honda R18A engine module from a 2006 Honda Civic EX, and the engine mount side of the engine module, and that goes in engine module B4. Pamela, any tip or trick you'd give to someone in the world trying to measure something of such an odd shape like this that might help them make progress?
Well, you have to get creative because it's not going to be straightforward. Like with this one, we had part of the engine in the way, so we had to bring up the level. So it's just about finding ways to go around these obstacles because there's not much you can do. It's a fixed object, so you have to work around and try to make it as accurate as you can.
Now the pro tool for this is called a spin arm, a 3D articulating arm that measures the joints and gives us CAD at the end, but we don't have one. So what we used instead was levels, calipers, and measuring tapes, and we were able to get within plus or minus 1/8, which works for fabrication and prototyping. Thanks so much.